Your AI agent bill could hit 5 times what you're paying for ChatGPT Pro right now. And most people have no idea why until they see the first invoice. So today we're breaking down exactly how much AI agents actually cost versus the tools you're probably already using, and whether the upgrade is worth it in 2026. Let's start with what most of us think we know. You use ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. You pay 10, 20 bucks a month. Maybe you get a team plan. That feels cheap. That feels sustainable. The math seems simple. Subscription fee, you get access, done. But here's where the thinking breaks down. An AI agent isn't just a chat interface you pay once to unlock. It's a system that runs continuously, makes decisions, takes actions, and, this is the key part, consumes tokens and compute resources at a scale that a productivity tool never does. Let me give you concrete numbers. Say you use Claude Pro, $20 a month. You're limited to a certain number of messages. You control when the conversation happens. You start it, you end it. The AI responds. But an AI agent? An agent is different. It's sitting there, monitoring your email, your calendar, your project management tool, your Slack workspace. It's running automations. It's making API calls. It's orchestrating workflows. Every single one of those actions costs tokens. Every API call costs money. Every decision it makes burns compute. Here's what the pricing actually looks like right now in early 2026. If you're using something like OpenAI's agents or Anthropic's tool use capabilities, you're not just paying for the base model. You're paying for every API call the agent makes on your behalf. You're paying for the context window it needs to stay aware of your information. You're paying for the reasoning steps it takes to decide what to do next. A single agent running a full workday of automation can easily cost you $50 to $200 a month, depending on how many actions it's taking and how complex the tasks are. Contrast that with a traditional productivity tool like Notion, Zapier, or even a premium Slack setup. Notion Pro is $10 a month. Zapier's mid-tier plan is around $50 to $100. Slack Pro is $12.50 per user. These are fixed costs. You pay once, you get the feature set. The cost doesn't scale with your usage. An agent? The cost scales directly with the work it does. More automations, more actions, more API calls, your bill climbs. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Some of that extra cost is worth it, and some of it isn't. If you're using an agent to do work that would have taken you or a human team member hours every week, then yeah, even a $200 monthly agent bill is a bargain. You're saving labor. But if you're using an agent to do something that Zapier could handle for 30 bucks a month, you're just hemorrhaging money for the sake of having something that sounds cool. The real decision tree is this. First question, is the task repetitive and rules-based? If yes, a workflow automation tool like Zapier, Make, or even built-in automation in your existing software is almost always cheaper. Second question, does the task require actual decision-making and context awareness? If yes, an agent might be worth it, but only if it's saving you significant time or enabling something you literally couldn't do before. Third question, how many actions is the agent taking per day? If it's dozens or hundreds, your costs are going to be high. If it's a handful, you might be okay. Let me walk through some real scenarios. Scenario 1. You want to automatically pull sales data from your CRM, format it, and email it to your team every morning. That's Zapier territory. Cost, 50 bucks a month. An agent doing the same thing? 150 to 300, because it's making decisions about what data matters, how to format it, and it's running constantly. Zapier is the right call here. Scenario 2. You need something to monitor your customer support inbox, categorize tickets by urgency and type, assign them to the right team member, and escalate complex ones to your manager. That actually needs judgment. That needs context. A basic automation tool will struggle. An agent can handle it. Cost, maybe $200 a month, but you're saving your team 5 to 10 hours of manual triage work every week. That's probably worth it. Scenario 3. You want an agent that can browse the web, research competitors, compile reports, and send them to your Slack channel every week. That's a lot of reasoning, a lot of API calls, a lot of context. You're probably looking at $300 to $500 a month, depending on how thorough the research needs to be. Is that worth it? Only if you're replacing a contractor or a team member who would have cost you $2,000 plus a month. If this was a nice to have, it's not. Here's the thing that's going to matter more and more as we move through 2026. The gap between what an agent costs and what a productivity tool costs is actually shrinking, but in a weird way. Tool companies are getting smarter. Zapier is adding AI decision-making. Notion is adding agents. Slack is embedding AI. So the line between a productivity tool and an agent is getting blurry. You might get agent-like capabilities bundled into a tool you're already paying for, which changes the math entirely. At the same time, agent providers are getting cheaper and more efficient. OpenAI's models are getting faster and cheaper. Anthropic is optimizing token usage. The raw cost per agent action is dropping. So even though an agent might cost more than a basic tool right now, that gap could narrow. But here's my honest take. Most companies that think they need an AI agent actually need a better productivity tool or a smarter workflow. Agents are powerful, but they're not a magic solution that makes work free. They're a premium option for premium problems. If you're paying for an agent to do something you could do with Zapier, you're leaving money on the table. If you're not using an agent because you think it's too expensive, but the work you'd automate is costing you or your team hours every week, you're also leaving money on the table, just in a different way. The real question to ask yourself isn't which one is cheaper in absolute terms. It's which one actually solves your problem without burning cash on capabilities you don't need. Sometimes that's a $20 subscription. Sometimes that's a $200 agent. But you have to actually do the math. You have to know what the work is worth, how much time it saves, and whether the tool you're considering actually does what you think it does. If you want to actually understand the trade-offs between different AI tools without getting lost in the hype, subscribe. I break down exactly how these systems work and what they actually cost every few days. And let me know in the comments which one you're using right now and whether you think you're paying the right price for it.